4. Naquin 2 for 3. Cincinnati and Chicago, I told you it was a 4-3 game. The Cubs win. Schwarber went 1 for 5. Baez 1 for 4. Bryant continues to hit well in the second half. 296 average. He went 2 for 4. Rizzo 2 for 3. How about this kid Garcia? Second base, third base eligible. Playing almost every day. Went 2 for 4 last night. 2 RBIs. He's hitting .348 in limited at bats, but it is .348. Hayward 0 for 4. Cincinnati, 8 hits on the night. Senzel went 2 for 5. Suarez homered 1 for 5. The Reds just cannot put a good run on offensively, can they? Suarez's homer was his 23rd of the year. Garcia's homer was his 3rd. Bryant hit his 19th. Schwarber his 21st. Arizona was in Texas last night. And Arizona beats the Rangers 9-2 in Arlington. Dyson went 1 for 4. Marte 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Escobar 1 for 4. Vargas 2 for 4. LeCastro 2 for 4 for Texas. Only 5 hits on the night. Gallo homered 1 for 3. Cabrera 1 for 3. Santana playing first base did go 2 for 4. Lynn, the loss, more like Lance Lynn that we expect. 6 innings, 5 earned runs. Young, the rookie for Arizona, improves to 3-0, 5 1/3, only 1 earned, and 4 strikeouts. His ERA through 4 starts is now 0.96. Good morning, Lenny. Good morning, Cha-Cha. Good morning, guest Joanna. Good morning, guest Jeff, Lou Landers. Let's see who else we got. Beach Bum, Beer Man, Bradley, Slorona, Cyclonus, Cha-Cha, DK Loosh, Easy Kill, Jack Youngblood, Leonard Donaldson, NYC, Phil Chappie, Timothy Hooker, Unholy Toledo, Guest Tawana, and a cast of thousands. And if you're not with us live and you're listening to us, Lenny Melnick, FantasySports.com. We are now on iHeartRadio. You can subscribe. You can listen on demand. Don't you love that kind of stuff? We're on Apple Podcast. You can go there, listen to old shows. A lot of good stuff. A lot of great material. I learn a lot listening to this network, okay? So take a listen. The Mets were in Minnesota. Conforto last night with his glove made a great catch with his bat, went 4 for 4. The Mets win 3-2. For the Minnesota Twins, Gonzalez did go, they had some hits, but 3 players with 2 each. Gonzalez 2 for 5. Rosario off the IL 2 for 4, batting in the cleanup spot. C.J. Cron 2 for 4. Scope hit his 15th home run. Cron hit 2 doubles. And the pitching was outstanding. Pineda went 6 innings, only 1 earned run, but Scope made a fielding error, which led to 2 unearned in the game. I told you earlier, Minnesota's lost 2 in a row. Cleveland's won 3 in a row now. It's a 5-game lead in the Central. Atlanta and Milwaukee. And Atlanta keeps tinkering with these rookie pitchers. And nobody seems to be doing the job. Bryce Wilson last night went 4 innings, gave up 4 earned, struck out only 1. His ERA is 6.75. They lose to the Brewers in grand style. Milwaukee 13 runs last night. Atlanta only 1. So let's talk about the Brewer box score. Lorenzo Cain, 2 for 5. Christian Yelich, his 34th homer, went 1 for 3, 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Grandal 1 for 4, Moustakas 2 for 5. Aguilar 1 for 2. Hira went 3 for 3. He's hitting .317 is this rookie, Hira. Playing a good second base. What a great move. Although, I did read, when Hira came up, Shaw had just not been hitting at all. So then, Shaw's put on the IL. He doesn't hit at AAA. They still call him back up. Send Hira down. Shaw doesn't hit a second time. They bring Hira up where they are currently. But now Shaw is hitting at AAA. Which makes me wonder if there wasn't an injury going on there that was more significant than we thought. Shaw's hitting over 300 at AAA on this turn. I just see them bringing him up and letting him play first base. I don't see it affecting Keston Hira going forward. So if you're a Hira owner in fantasy, keep playing him. That bat hits. 317. And what Hira has done, interestingly enough, because I watched him play last year at high A ball. So in a year, he's gone from high A to starting at the major leagues hitting 317. Not a bad year, right? So what Hira has done at each level, when he has begun the next level, he's had trouble striking out. He's worked on cutting down the strikeouts. Leonard Donaldson, Hira's hot. You're right. He's cut down on those strikeouts. And when he can strike out less, he will hit more. Hence, he's at 317. Easy Kill said one of Lisa Ann's best. Is she in the chat room this morning? So, Gamble, 2 for 4. Milwaukee with 13 hits on the night, 12 RBIs. So that was a great night. Woodruff pitched 6 2/3 innings, only gave up 1 earned, 7 strikeouts. He has really been their ace. He's 11-3 on the season. As I told you, Bryce Wilson picks up the loss. Pittsburgh was in St. Louis last night. Pittsburgh 3, St. Louis 1. Box score-wise, nothing really spectacular. Marte did go 1 for 3. Dickerson hit his 13th double off Flaherty. For St. Louis, Tyler O'Neill. Now, this was O'Neill's 4th start in a row. And, you know, Marcell Ozuna's out, and, well, frankly, Bader's hitting 205, so that experiment's not working out too well. Fowler's done pretty well, 257. But they bring up O'Neill, who has 40 home run potential. And over the last few games, let's take a look at what he has done. Last night, he went 2 for 4. Prior to that, in the games preceding, he went 3 for 4 with 2 homers, 1 for 4, and 2 for 4 with a homer. So over his last 16 at-bats, he's got 8 hits. That's a .500 average with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. I like those numbers. St. Louis likes those numbers. And what's interesting, as O'Neill has been hot, so have the Redbirds. Now, I'm sure there's some Redbird fans out there listening. And if they are, you got to love O'Neill, and not only the potential, but the reality and the production that he's doing now. I picked him up in fantasy. I'm starting him. The thing is, you get a player like that who is hot, the other team feeds off of them, and they've had so many players who have not been. Okay, last night, the Cardinals' top 3 batters went 0 for 12. Edman, 0 for 4. He's hitting 238. DeYoung, 0 for 4. He's hitting 251. Goldschmidt, 0 for 4, hitting 250. So where did the runs come from? Well, they only got 1 run last night. O'Neill did get 2 hits. So O'Neill plays. And as I said a couple days ago on the show, you've got to get Goldschmidt going or the Cardinals can't win. Where's Carpenter? He's on the IL. Wong, 0 for 2, 246. They've just underperformed. Now, they got a good outing last night from Jack Flaherty. He has really been a disappointment fantasy-wise for me. I drafted him this year in some leagues, and then I've traded him away. Now, if he could pitch like last night going forward, Ponce de Leon pitches tonight. Great numbers. I'll talk about those in just a moment. after I finish up with Flaherty. But last night, Flaherty, 7 innings, 1 earned, 8 strikeouts. He did walk 3, and the walks have been his problem this year. For Pittsburgh, Agrazal, the rookie, 6 innings, 1 earned run, didn't strike out a batter. I like starting pitchers in fantasy who strike out batters, don't you? But he has a 2.45 ERA. So what he doesn't give you in some categories, he at least gives you in others. And guess who got the save last night for the Pirates? Vasquez, his 21st. He pitched an inning. He struck out 2 batters. No hits, no walks, no runs. He has a 2.01 ERA. And it's sort of like Billy Squier saying one time, everybody wants you, right? Do not players want Vasquez? Teams want him. The Dodgers want him. The Braves want him. The Braves and Dodgers can get him. If you didn't hear our show last night, Chappie and I talked about this player, this trade, what the Pirates could demand. And if you remember, they made the worst trade possible when they traded away Glasnow and Meadows and another rookie you're going to hear about when they picked up Chris Archer. That was a 3-for-1, really bad. So, Cha-Cha, you like my Billy Squier. Okay, I like that. I would do more, but we got to keep their show real, right? So, the Pirates are great trade partners with the Dodgers. They're great trade partners with the Braves because the Braves have prospects and Major League ready players to send to Pittsburgh, as do the Dodgers. Now, I will be really surprised if Vasquez is not traded to one of those 2 teams. Could he go to the Astros? Certainly. Could the Yankees get him? Yeah. But the need is much greater in Atlanta and LA. Therefore, the price to be paid matches the need. And the Pirates can get more stash out of the Dodgers and out of the Braves than they can, in my opinion, the Yankees or Astros. Because the need is greater. Supply and demand. Look for Vasquez to go. He's got 2 weeks. And again, there's only one of him. So my question is, why aren't the teams moving now? I don't know. You guys are talking about my Billy Squier imitation. I never knew that would happen, but hey. Yeah. If you want another line, I'll give it to you in a moment. Let's talk about another game first. White Sox are in Kansas City. 9-0. Kansas City wins. Wow. This would have been a great one, huh? Dylan Cease just did not pitch well last night at all for the White Sox. 6 innings, 4 earned runs. Sparkman, a shutout. 9 innings, 1 walk, 8 Ks. In his shutout last night, he threw 116 pitches, 76 were for strikes. Cease threw 108 pitches, 67 for strikes. Cease will get better, but it wasn't his night last night. Now, Whit Merrifield did something last night that hadn't been done. He hit the fastest, or ran the fastest, on an inside-the-park home run that had been done in 2019. Whit Merrifield went 3 for 5, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. He's hitting .311 on the year. He's under contract. But if you're a team, wouldn't you just love to have Whit Merrifield? You know, growing up, did you guys, I don't know how old you guys are, but one of my favorite players growing up was Paul Molitor. Okay, when he was a rookie, I was a teenager, and so I got to watch Molitor play up through my 20s because he, played for the Twins. He started out with the Brewers. Never really had a great position, but the guy could always hit. Well, Merrifield moves around too. First base, second base, outfield. It's like Molitor. He hits kind of like Molitor. I like him kind of like Molitor. Mondesi got hurt last night. Don't know the extent. He came out of the game. I guess he's doing MRI today. He did go 2 for 3 before coming out. That would be a huge loss for the Royals. Alex Gordon went 2 for 5. Dozier went 3 for 5. He's now at 287 on the year. Cuthbert went 2 for 4. He's at 296 on the year. I've said this before. I'll say it again. To be so bad, have you ever seen a team who has so many fantasy relevant players? Kansas City. San Francisco and Colorado last night.